Lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into this video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of pan-colored women are actually participating on this blue bracelet trend that indicate that, oh, we are not actually the people that you guys are disappointed with. We did not vote him in, and this got a lot of people reacting. I was just able to put up some of those stitches from these pan-colored women. You know, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is there's a blue bracelet that we need to wear because I want to make sure that nobody ever thinks that I am one of the apparently majority of white women who voted for Donald Trump. I do not want you ever to think that I was one of them. So, is there a particular bracelet? Do we just make it ourselves? Let me know. Send me a link. What do we do? Where do I get said bracelet, or am I just making it myself? Thank God I hadn't posted this yet. Is there a Black woman-owned company that we can get these bracelets from? Because, honey, we owe them. We owe them big.
But if I don't wear my blue friendship bracelet, how will Black women know that I am safe and different and special? Listen to me very carefully, Tinkerbell. If you need applause to stay alive every time you do something good, you're not doing the good thing for the benefit of the people around you. You're doing the good thing for yourself. And listen, I'm a white woman. I understand where you think this is coming from. I truly believe that you think or need to think that this is coming from a place of protection and maternal nurturing and girlhood and all that good stuff. I know that's what you think. But if you're being honest with yourself, it's because you need people to know that you are good. If this was just about being good, then you would do that quietly. You don't need a gold star or a cookie with sprinkles on it every time you think an inclusive thought or perform an inclusive act. That act does not carry less weight because you didn't stand on the top of a building and have a gender reveal party about it. You know what I'm saying? If you want people to feel safe and included in your life, they will gravitate to you by virtue of the fact that you are doing safe and inclusive things. They'll know. They will know. They'll see the way you carry yourself, and the way that you speak, and the way that you behave. Now, will it happen overnight? No. Will you get the nod from every stranger on the sidewalk? No, you will not. No, you will not. You might not get any reaction from a stranger on the sidewalk. In fact, there might be Black women on the sidewalk who see you, a white woman, and maybe avoid you. And because you're a good person, right? You will understand why she did that. You will understand why she did that, and you'll go, ow, a little bit, right? And then you'll keep on walking. You'll go, that sucks. I wish that wasn't a thing. And then you'll keep on walking. Cindy Lou Who. Put the friendship bracelet down. Taylor Swift. This is not a game. This is not a craft circle that we're doing in second grade. Why am I spending my lunch break on this?
My opinion about the Blue Friendship Bracelet movement for a good reason. So today I went to a lunch and learn about LGBTQ plus people in my organization that I work for and how we can signal to each other that we are safe spaces. And one thing that really resonated with me, we talked about how sometimes we put those little rainbow stickers on our doors that say safe place. And to me, that's what this feels like. This feels like I'm struggling, I'm heartbroken, I'm dealing with a lot of emotions right now. I live in Tennessee. I regularly do not know who I can turn to talk about politics because I am blindsided constantly by the people I know having radically different beliefs than I do. So something like this is a tiny gesture that just shows, hey, I see you, I hear you, I stand with you, I love you. It is about unity to me, and that feels important, especially right now. My opinion about the
Okay, so what is the consensus about the blue friendship bracelets? Because at first when I heard it, I thought it was a great idea, but now I see a bunch of black women saying that it's performative and white women should have been telling us that they were a safe space and that they were an ally, to which I say yes, like that makes sense, especially now because the Latino community did not show up, and I can't just assume that if you're brown, then you voted blue. You could be part of the 37% of Hispanic women that voted for Trump, because the black people, they showed up for Kamala Harris. It's the Latino people, which is so embarrassing, that didn't. So anyways, are we doing the bracelets? Yes or no, as a brown person? Also, stop trying to profit off of this movement, because I see a lot of white creators all of a sudden jumping on the bandwagon and starting to make blue bracelets. I don't like that. If you're gonna buy a blue bracelet, buy it from a woman of color. Okay, bye.
I have thoughts on the blue friendship bracelets, and you're not gonna like it. For those of you out of the loop, there is a movement being proposed where people from a certain demographic who did not vote for Trump wear blue friendship bracelets to indicate that we are one of the good ones or voted for Harris. And this feels very much like a self-soothing gesture rather than anything productive. It feels very much like we can't sit with the discomfort of knowing that our community didn't show up for the assignment, that parts of our community actively worked against this very important group project. And instead of doing the hard work of working within our community to make sure that this doesn't happen again, or working with mutual aid groups where we live to do what good we can, we want to just put on a security blanket. We cannot accessorize our way out of this problem. Let's be honest, people who voted the opposite way will probably wear those proudly as well, because they would rightly be judged. We show who we are by our actions moving forward. That is what I'm going to do to show that I don't believe in the MAGA ideology, and I encourage you to do the same.
Okay, so I've seen the blue bracelet movement trending, and I really want to partake, but I've also seen some videos of people saying that it's performative. And I'm just curious if the community thinks that it's performative for me as a white woman to wear a blue bracelet showing that I am a safe space. I don't want people to think that I'm wearing this and just thinking that, like, I'm one of the good ones because I voted for Kamala. No, like, I want to hold that space open for you. And I'm just curious if there's any, like, thoughts on, like, yes, partake. We would love to know that there's, like, these safe spaces being held for us, or, like, no, figure out other ways to do it. I don't know. I would just love opinions on this, because as much as I'm impacted, I'm not as impacted as other people. So I just want to be able to be there.
Y'all, they're marking themselves now. Remember what I was just talking about? The history of brainwashing?
Come on, losers, we're going for a walk. Too soon? If you're like me, and I know I am, the last 48 hours have been awful. Basically just very uncomfortable. See, if you voted Democrat, you are in the minority for only the second time in like 30 years. The first time was in the middle of a war, and this time is in the middle of a what the f***. I think yesterday needed to be a day for reflection, for quiet, for calm, for grounding ourselves. But today, we come back and we come together as a community. We have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, or we're just going to be paralyzed. So I just want to share a couple of things that have brought me comfort over the last day. First of all, yes, we are in the minority, but I am damn proud of the people who are in that minority with me. When I look around this room that we're in, I see educators, scientists, doctors. I see all the late night show comedians, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, the entire cast of Saturday Night Live. Tim Walz is in this room. And you know what? This might be a giant L, but the silver lining is at least Tim is coming home to Minnesota. I guess what I'm saying is that I have found such comfort in looking around at the people who are next to me. Oh, hey there. The other thing that brings me comfort is that Donald Trump lies through his teeth. He will say and do anything to get into power. And so there is a chance, a small chance, but there is a chance that some of those things that he said he would do on the campaign trail might not happen. I guess what I'm saying is I hope the politician lied. And the final thing that brings me comfort is that I can look back at American history and see that we've been through this before. Americans have dealt with a lot of adversity, and we always get through it. We look back and we see one step back, two steps forward. And if you voted Democratic, you feel like this is a huge step backwards, but the hope is that what comes after it is two steps forward. Now that pill is a harder one to swallow, and I recognize that, and you don't have to feel that way right now. I barely feel that way. But when we look at what we've been through, what our parents, grandparents, their parents have been through, we always get through it. So those are a few things that have brought me comfort as I sat and reflected on what's been happening over the last couple of days. And I encourage you to get out a notebook and write down one or two things that you find comfort in. In the wise words of Taylor Swift, I hate it here. But do I? No, I just hate what's happening. We've got this. Whether it feels like it or not, we've got this.
About the bracelet movement that is happening, the point of it is not for white women, for us to be able to show that we're the right kind of white woman. The point is to show other people that we're one of the ones who are in your corner. So all you people who are saying it's performative or doesn't actually change anything, what the fuck is wrong with showing people that you support them? Is it going to change policy? Not today, but is it going to show other people that you are an ally, that you are one of the ones who are in their corner, that you are one of the ones who voted for their rights in this election? Yeah, and does it make people feel good to know that others are in their corner? Fuck yeah, it does.
Hi, I have some questions. One, what the actual fuck? What the fuck? Two, does it matter what color blue? Does it have to be dark blue, light blue, turquoise blue? Are we okay with all shades of blue? And three, I'm not doing that color again. Are we trading them Swiftie style? So if I see you in the store, are we trading? We're trading, right? I'm gonna go make some bracelets.
Who knew that posting a TikTok about getting a blue bracelet would stir up so much? I legit had 480 followers until last night, and wow, this is a lot. Yeah. For all the people leaving hateful comments, you don't understand what a lot of people felt yesterday, what a lot of people are still feeling today and will possibly for the next 4 years. And saying that you're going to wear a blue bracelet to let those in the marginalized communities know that you support them, I don't think is that big of a deal. And when I say not that big of a deal, I mean not something that should upset so many of you. Yeah, I don't honestly quite get where all the hate is coming from, but hey, that's okay. As the mother of someone who is from one of those marginalized groups that has been targeted by Trump and his supporters, it's scary right now. And I truly, really hope that a lot of what was thrown out on the campaign trail was just rhetoric to get the votes he needed, and it worked. I hope he won't be that hateful and cruel towards the LGBTQ community, towards trans people, towards minorities, immigrants. I hope it won't be as bad as some of us are thinking it might be. Where I was nauseously optimistic on election day, I am uber cautiously optimistic about what the next 4 years holds for everyone. I don't know if the blue bracelet thing is going to take off and be something, but it was meant to be a quiet show of solidarity. And yes, I know that is somewhat idiotic to say when I posted it on TikTok that it's quiet, but walking around on the street with a blue bracelet on is a quiet movement, and that's all that was intended. And I didn't invent this. I was scrolling on TikTok last night and came across other people saying it, so I wanted to join in and show my support as well. And I'll be damned if TikTok didn't do me dirty and serve me up to the red algorithm. And whew, much like a lot of your rallies, you guys sure know how to spew the hate. And that's fine. That's fine. You do you. I'm going to just continue my efforts to make this world a better place and keep calm and carry on, I guess.
Blue friendship bracelets. I was made for this moment because my soccer team is blue and I never made it to the Eras Tour. I got stuck in JFK for 36 hours, but that's a story for a different day. So do I go soccer team? Do I go my Mad Woman? Or my personal favorite, Female Rage the Musical? If you see me around town, come up and talk to me. We can talk about things that you can get involved in.
How do I get a blue friendship bracelet? I'm Gen X. I've never had a friendship bracelet. I've had friends, but I've never had a friendship bracelet. Do I need to just go to Michael's? And do I need to go to an associate and say, excuse me, where are the friendship bracelet materials? And do I need to buy the things? What do I need to do? And is it a friendship bracelet if it doesn't have word, like beads that spell a word? Can I just have like something that doesn't have a word on it? What counts as a friendship bracelet? Because I searched on Amazon for blue friendship bracelets, and there was this one thing that was like normally $13.99 marked down to $2.99. I was like, golden, let's just buy this thing. And then I realized it said surfer bracelet and it didn't have any of the beads on it. And does that not count? I don't know. Somebody tell me what to do, because I want to get a blue friendship bracelet. And if you know, you know.
I hope many of you are beginning to see the realities of gerrymandering. I hope many of you are beginning to see the power of racial gerrymandering within states. I hope you see that 57% of people voted for the constitutional amendment, the right to an abortion. 57% of people in Florida voted yes. But because however many years ago, Republicans put past a bill that 60% had to be the supermajority to pass anything like that. And that didn't even pass with 60%. That passed with 50%. Even when we try, everything is stacked against us.
So I see that we're all getting the blue friendship bracelets, and I am not crafty and I do not have time to be crafty, but where are we all getting them? If you make them, let me know. And can I get one for my supportive green flag of a husband, or is it only for girls? Also, is there like a certain type that it has to be? Like, does it have to be a certain shade? Does it have to have beads or no beads or anything like that? Because like anyone can wear a blue bracelet, but like, you know, is it anything in particular? And then I love the idea, but we have to remember that this is just the start. You can't just tell someone that you are a safe person. I mean, yeah, my page is always safe to everybody, but they have to learn that from your actions, and it's not just from telling somebody. So we have to remember that even though the symbol is great, we have to also show it with what we do.
I have one thought on the blue friendship bracelet trend. Be careful, because you're going to identify yourselves to the other side as well. And we're already targets, and now you're going to give them a visual target. That's all I'm going to say.
Is it blue friendship bracelets? Is that what we finally came to as a decision to know, like, who of us voted for women in this election? And if so, where do I get them?
Hi, this video is going to be about blue friendship bracelets, and so by default I'm talking to women who look like me. You're welcome to say if you're not women who look like me, but this is a moment where I want to speak to my own demographic and offer some thoughts. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me very quickly explain. Immediately, like literally the morning after the election, while we're all still reeling from the results, and we're seeing the demographics of who voted what, on this app all over the place, all of a sudden in comment sections and everywhere else, I'm seeing white women talking about how do we let black women know that we aren't the bad white women. We're not part of that 52% of white women who voted for Donald Trump. I know, blue friendship bracelets, all through the comments, everywhere. People are making videos. People are popping up their little TikTok shops. Literally Wednesday morning, November 6th. This is already happening all over the internet. I have been trying all morning to think of a way to say this to you that's going to be gentle and that's going to bring you in so that you will actually listen to me and not just get defensive and angry and argue and turn your ears off and just put your blue bracelet on. I've been trying so hard to find a way to gentle parent everybody into at least listening to me and considering what I have to say. And you know what? The closest that I've been able to come is this. Cut it the fuck out immediately. That's it. That's as gentle as you're going to get from me. And I will tell you why. We already did this, gals. We did this in 2016. Safety pins. Okay? After Donald Trump won in 2016, it wasn't just white women. And it actually came from a trend that started in England. And it's a whole thing. And you can look it up on the internet if you weren't like around in 2016 or like aware of politics. But in 2016, the movement was, oh, I'm a white person who didn't support Donald Trump, and I want a way to all the people of color around me and black people and indigenous people, like I want to be able to, in the streets, so they know I'm safe. I'm a safe place, so I'm going to wear a safety pin. And what good did that do, everyone? Did we save the world in 2016 by wearing our safety pins to let black people know, especially black women know that we're safe, that they can be safe with us? What did we just demonstrate? They cannot be safe with us. And maybe it wasn't me. I voted for Kamala Harris. And maybe it wasn't you. Maybe you voted for Kamala Harris. But that doesn't matter. And that's the thing that they have been trying to gently explain to us for 8 years. It doesn't matter. White Woman Whisperer was chased off this app, lost her ability to monetize on this platform because she had the gall to suggest that there was a parallel comparison to how we felt about the man versus bear situation, we meaning all women, and how black women felt about their relative safety in the workplace between white men and white women. White women chased her off this app. Fortunately, she did stay, and you can go to her Patreon, and you can subscribe, and you can enjoy her content, and I suggest that you do that. But her point was, none of you are actually safe places for us. You are not safe for us. When I see a white woman, I don't go, safety. And it doesn't matter if she's wearing a safety pin or a blue friendship bracelet, guys, because that's performative. That's us wanting to make ourselves special, wanting to make ourselves feel better, wanting to make sure that everybody knows we're one of the good ones. And yet, us being one of the good ones did not save anybody. Did not make one iota of difference from 2016 safety pins to Wednesday, November 6th, blue friendship bracelets. That regardless of the signaling, nothing's actually changed in the demographics of white women. Nothing has actually changed. We have not done the work in our own community. So we, by default, are not safe spaces, regardless of how we personally might feel about other human beings, regardless of how we personally might vote when we're in the voting booth. We did nothing in our own community. We put safety pins on. We put black squares in our Instagram bios. We put fucking friendship bracelets on and put them in a TikTok shop the morning after the election while people are still reeling. We cannot be trusted as a group. And for us to ask and expect black women in particular to trust us just because we're wearing a friendship bracelet and going, how fucking unfair is that to them? How fucking horrific and awful is that for us to put that on them? We are not safe. If you really want to be seen as a safe space for black people, for people of color of all kinds, what you need to do and what I need to do, what we need to do is actually address the problems in our own community. We need to confront white supremacy. We need to confront heteronormative white supremacist patriarchy bullshit. We need to unpack in our own communities and make the change there. And so until that demographic bar that you see the morning after the election flips way far in the other direction, we are not safe, and no amount of little doodad accessories is going to make that so. I have completely failed at gentle parenting you through this. I get that. So be it. That's the whole video. Argue with me in the comments. I don't fucking care. I hope that you're listening. I hope that do not wear or purchase or talk about a blue friendship bracelet. I am fucking begging you. Okay. Hope this helps. Bye.
I seriously, lovelies, I don't even know how to feel about all of this trend. Like, this has actually been on my For You page on TikTok. A lot of pine-colored women are getting themselves involved on a blue bracelet trend to indicate that, okay, we did not vote for red. We actually voted for blue. So if you are disappointed with the outcome of, and if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We just here to people that looks like me ourselves. I'll see you love this when I upload the next one. You know, from these pan-colored women, some of these pan-colored women who actually, you know, came out like, okay, we want to, you know, become something better. We want to like vote for, you know, blue, want to see if we can join hands with people that looks like me, who happen to be, you know, black people, black or press group, to vote for blue. But after the elections has actually been concluded and ended, and the percentage at which actually voted for red was so high that, you know, black people were so disappointed. They were like, oh, the reason why or who actually put this person in power was just, you know, pan-colored women, Hispanic women, and also Asian women. And it actually got to the point that a lot of people that looks like me tried their best. They were like 90% that voted for blue. And this got, you know, internet talking. Black women were all out, you know, crying, calling out pan-colored women. Oh, we thought you guys are, you know how it is. And because of this, and because of all of the controversy on you know, the internet, pine-colored women decided that they were going to come out with a trend that will enable them to tell these, you know, black women or black people that is so disappointed with them that, oh, I am not one of them. I am not involved. I actually voted for blue. I actually, you know, did what was expected of me. So even if you're you know, disappointed, I am not the person that actually caused all of the things you're feeling right now. That was the reason for all of this blue bracelet trend. Like, seriously, like, I don't even know what black people or black women have to say about it. I just saw this. I decided to just put it up here because a lot of pan-colored women are getting into this trend, and I am just as confused. Like, what are they trying to imply? Because I don't see this really ending well. Okay, I don't really see it ending well, because this will just, you know, this will just give room for so many to get themselves involved with this trend, even if they know deep inside of them what they do or what they did. Okay, I don't see it going so well. Like, even if I hope it's, but I don't really think that this is actually going to end well. I know that, you know, pan-colored women have actually been called out and you wouldn't blame people for calling them out, because they are actually the first people to come out and talk about how, oh my God, we all need to be together. We all need to come together. This is the time for, women rights need to, not need to be taken away. Like, the way at which we're all coming, using the excuses of women rights days, women body days, abortion that, abortion this, like, even if for nothing, even if for not the oppressed group, they are already getting the oppression because of the women rights that that has been threatened to be taken away. A lot of plenty women, we're all, oh, I'm voting for blue all over the social platform. But after the election, it actually got to, numbers don't lie. Numbers really do not lie. So a lot of people, tend to realize that all of those clouds chasing and voting, it was all just fallacy. It was just a way to shush people while they do what they actually want to do. Why deep inside of them, they know exactly whom they want to, vote for. I posted a speech yesterday about, Hispanic and pan-colored people taken to the top charts, even after all of the controversies that happened before and after the election. Somebody left a comment in my section, talking about how he's actually Hispanic, and he can assure that a lot of Hispanic people voted for blue. And I replied that message. If you're so sure that a lot of, Hispanic voted, so what is that percentage for? Like, who are those percentage people that people were like screaming? Why people are so shocked about Hispanic people was that they are actually the ones that's going to be at the receiving end. I think I think a lot of people said that they are known for being undocumented and all of that. That is why people were shocked by the percentage. And another people that was, is pan-colored women. These women are just actresses. But I want to dispute the fact that there are perfectly good ones. But do you know this blue bracelets, trend? I know the person that actually initiated this trend, have a good intention to create some kind of awareness, making, people that look like me to actually have this, oh, you are safe with me. I didn't do it. I was not one of them that betrayed you. Let's just use that word. So you can be safe with me. And I know this person that introduced this was so, maybe touched by the fact that a lot of pan-colored women, a lot of black women were so disappointed. A lot of black people or pan-POC people that was, thinking that, oh, okay, since everybody knows, how things are, they're just going to do the right thing. So they were probably so disappointed. And the person that introduced this bracelet decided that, okay, I think we should do this to make them know that we are not included. We are like them, pan-colored women, some of them who actually voted for blue, because definitely some of them voted for blue because it's just 60% or something. So maybe they just want to use this avenue to differentiate themselves from the betrayers. I think this is just what is behind all of this blue bracelets trend. But my fear is it might not even end well, because a lot of pan-colored women will come out, even if they knew deep inside of them that they did not do what was expected, but they would just still wear it. They'll just still wear it to like, oh, you can be safe with me. And this actually calls for being careful. Pan-colored black women, you really need to be very, very careful. You need to be very careful at this point, because at this point, you do not even know whom to trust and whom not to trust. So that is why I was like, I don't think it's a good idea, but if it's something that is going to yield fruit, that's going to come up positively, that will give room for some, people to feel safe with one another. Let's just see how it goes. I'll just try as much as I can to put up some stitches from Black women, and just to get what they have to say about these trends. So if you've watched up to this extent, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like this video, leave me your thoughts if you think that this is actually a good trend to embark on, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Just wanna just subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next